Sad truth is there's only about 4,000 or 5,000 that would be true born-again Christians in the entire country of Turkey. That's 0.00006% of the entire population of the country of Turkey would be considered a true born-again Christian, meaning that if you go to Turkey, the likelihood of you finding someone who's saved is slim. And many people ask and say, Brady, why would you go to a place like Turkey? Why would you go somewhere where they just recently had a coup and there's terrorist attacks or bombs all the time? And aren't you afraid? And why would you pick a place like that? Would you just like spin a globe and it just happened to land on Turkey? No, and I wouldn't suggest if God's calling to missions that you spin a globe and just use that to pick. Spend time asking God and seeking God where He'd have you. That's what we did. And God brought a Turkish family into our life. You see, it was a unique circumstance because this man had no intention of coming to the United States, but he had a friend who just happened to put his name into the hat in Turkey to get a green card. And this man's name is Hidayet, and he just happened to get a call one day from the Turkish government. Now, I'm saying it just happened. This is all God. As I look back and I look on it, it was all God directing in people's lives and directing them to our lives. And see, he just happened to move to a place called Alpharetta, Georgia, where one day Hidayet just happened to walk into a Turkish store where my wife and I had just happened a few weeks early to put a free English class sign up in there. And he just happened to see the sign, and Hidayet gave me a call. And he said, my wife wants to learn English, and we'd love to come to your classes. And I was excited. I'd been praying about Turkey, and it was one of the countries I was interested in. But I kind of set up to the side and said, God, I need you to show me where you want us to go. I'm willing to go anywhere, but please show me. And so one Thursday night, I just happened to walk into Vision Baptist Church in Alpharetta, Georgia, and was there with his wife and son, Batul and Yusuf, and was there to learn English. And so his wife was a beginner, so my wife taught the beginner class. And so she went with him, and I said, Hidayet, why don't you come to intermediate class with me? And he began to come, and a lot of times it was just me and Hidayet. And so each week I'd go home and I'd study about Turkey so I could talk to Hidayet and ask him questions and see what was going on in Turkey. And as I studied about Turkey and read up about Turkey, my heart began to break. And the realization there, well, finally we got to the time to talk about spiritual things. I wanted to build a friendship. As I built that friendship, I got to a place where I felt comfortable asking Hidayet his spiritual state. And I said, Hidayet, are you Muslim? Because I knew the statistics. He said, no, actually, I'm not a Muslim. And he said, when I was 22, I picked up the Bible or the Quran for the first time. And he said, I read how terrible and how awful Allah was. And I realized that that's a hateful God, and I don't want nothing to do with a hateful God. He said, I believe there's a God, and I believe there's a loving God. And when he told me that, I got a big smile on my face, because it's not about you, but we know a loving God. And I began to share the gospel with Hidayet and share him how Christ died on the cross for his sins, and he could trust him and be saved. And he looked at me and said, I'm not really interested right now. I'm worried about taking care of my family and the current life, not the afterlife. And week after week, he heard the gospel. Week after week, the same answer. I beg you and ask you to pray for Hidayet to be saved. He's not saved yet, but he's very close. The last time when we talked, he looked at me and said, Brady, he said, if what you said is true, if the Bible is true, and what you said about Christ is true, that's the greatest love anyone could ever show. And he's